Alright, hey guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that first video. Get rolling on the second one here. If you liked the last one, if you can click like the page down there somewhere. And then if you can share this stuff with friends or family or whoever that you think that'll help, please go ahead and do that, as my goal is to help as many people live outside the cave as possible. And there's my commercial for the day, a whole 30 seconds worth of my advertising. So last week we talked about living in the cave. Today we'll have tea outside the cave. Cinnamon warmth, as it's minus 15 outside. So let's talk about living outside the cave and what's required to do that. The number one thing that we need to do is be committed to change. Commit to the process of change. And that's really important, that change is a process. Very little change happens instantaneously. It's always over a period of time. So chances are that the way of thinking and believing about ourselves isn't something that happened over the last couple of weeks or the last couple of months. It's, for most of us, been months and years and decades of thinking and believing a certain way that's led us down this path of feeling where we're at right now, and this is life, and living in the doldrums. And so I want to encourage you to commit to the change process. It's not necessarily easy. There's probably going to be some tears and some sadness and some anger and a whole bunch of emotions that you're going to experience. And I want to encourage you that that is perfectly normal. It's okay. It's part of the change process. And so think of it as like trying to unpickle a pickle. I don't know if that's even possible. But here's what I know about human beings is we are incredibly adaptable, pliable, and we can change. I don't believe the lie out there that says, I am the way I am and there's nothing I can do about it and I cannot change. There's something inside of me that says that is so not true. That I believe everybody can change any behavior. The question is, are we willing to do what it takes to change that behavior and change that thought pattern? But for most of us, there's always that 30-day, 90-day chance. Change your life in 30 days. I have to tell you, I'm 48 years old, and I'm not going to change my 48 years of life in 30 days. It's just not going to happen. Can I make progress in 30 days? Absolutely I can. But I need to assure you, this is not a 30-day program. It's not a 90-day program. You're in this for the long haul. This is a lifetime of change and continuing to change and grow and become self-aware, and master yourself. Become a master of your emotions and feelings and begin to identify them and shape them and mold them into something positive rather than something that's negative. So the biggest thing with it is being honest with ourselves and with our emotions and with our feelings, and being able to identify what it is that we're feeling. Whether we're feeling ashamed, whether we're feeling angry, or whether we're feeling disappointed, and then find a way to communicate that in a healthy manner where we're not blaming other people for our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, because that's not allowing us to be powerful in the change process at all. So we need to realize that we are the most powerful people when it comes to our thoughts and our behaviors, that we control all that. We cannot let other people, how they respond to things, dictate how we're going to think, feel, and behave. And so committing to the change process and being realistic with our goals and our expectations and being honest, that which I think is probably one of the hardest things to do, because nobody nowadays wants to be perceived as being weak. Well, if I cry, I'm weak, or or whatever it may be. We perceive weakness or being vulnerable as a bad thing, when truly, if we can be vulnerable with one another, it can be incredibly powerful. And I'm really, really learning that more and more each day. And like many of you, I've been hurt and disappointed so many times that it isn't even conceivable. But the question remains is, am I willing to risk being hurt again in order to risk being healthy? And so I'm choosing to risk everything to be emotionally, spiritually, physically healthy. And then not allow yourself to be beat up by your past failures, whether it's eating or exercising or dealing with negative thoughts. That many of us have tried diets and positive affirmations and exercise programs and have never really been able to achieve what we're looking for. And so I just would encourage you to allow yourself to start fresh and say, this is a new day, this is a new beginning, and take one step at a time, one day at a time. And I believe that if you commit to that and commit to being honest, that things are going to get better, and you're going to find a whole new world living outside that cave where we can actually connect with people at a heart level. We can receive love and we can give love to people that we care about. Just to share a little bit about my story, is one of my biggest heart's desire has been to connect and to have family. But yet, because of my upbringing, being an orphan, and in the sense of not having a dad, and being told that I was no good for nothing, that I was never going to amount to anything, that was devastating to me, and I believed that. So I believed that lie, and that lie ingrained a process of thinking in my life that said that it's not possible and it's not going to happen. So here I am at 48 years old, desperately still trying to connect at a heart level and a deep emotional level with my wife and my kids. And I love my wife and I love my kids more than anything. But I feel like there's something there. There's a void there, something missing at that heart level connection that I am going to be relentless in pursuing that connection, because I believe that it's there for a purpose. It's a longing. And so, like many of you, there's a longing in your heart for connectedness. And so don't give up on that. Hang on to that. Let that fuel the fire that's going to drive the change. And so before I wrap it up here is committing to the change, committing to being honest, and have some good friends that you can be accountable for establishing new thought patterns and new ways of thinking. And allow yourself the chance and the opportunity to allow that stuff to take root. It's like planting a seed in a garden. I mean, you don't put corn one day and the next day you go out and grab corn out of your garden. So we're starting at ground zero here. But the fact that you're watching this, I hope that this is really going to help some of you. So I said I'd keep this to 7 minutes, so I'm going to try to probably get another video up this week because this one seems short, and I've tried this 5 times already this morning, and I just can't seem to condense what I want to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll get another one up hopefully by the end of the week. And I believe in you guys. I believe change is possible. Don't believe anybody who says that you can't change, because you can change. I just believe that. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Ciao, ciao. Turn it off.